WCSF, it is time for a matchup, a sports matchup here at WCSF 88.7 FM. Yes, that is correct. You're listening to the Sport Matchup with Cosme Lozano.
And joining him once again, the one and only Matt Lauterbach. This has to be karma for the Cowboys fans, because Cowboys fans always say, "Oh, this is our year. Just watch. We're gonna go win." It's like you haven't been to the NFC Championship game since 1996. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
you haven't done anything of note to make yourself Super Bowl contenders. Yes, you look good in the regular season, but playoffs. What have you done in the playoffs this whole millennium so far? Choke artists. You've blown games. You wasted potential championship-winning rosters. Granted, not all of it's their fault. Sometimes it's them going up against Green Bay, and the refs just have Green Bay in their back pocket. But still, you have to go out there and execute.
The leaked script that came out for the Super Bowl. Apparently, we know who's going to win. I think it was like 37-34 Eagles win.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Eagles fans. You can start celebrating a week early. You have won the Super Bowl, baby.
May we quickly spare a quick moment of silence for all the poor street lamps and bus stop stations in the city of Philadelphia that will probably be destroyed or demolished next
Do you
Monday.
honestly think that, them greasing up and lubing the poles is gonna be enough to stop
No,
you?
because it already was.
Yeah, exactly. We saw on Championship Sunday when the Eagles won that it was not enough. People still climbed all the poles. They climbed telephone poles. It was a mess.
Yeah, it was insane. I mean, they had to get the riot police out there. The mayor, the mayor of Philadelphia. I know Black Lives Matter. I know foreign relations. I know a bunch of LGBTQ stuff is being promoted around the world, which is great. It's wonderful. We love to see it here on the Sports Matchup. But may you please also spare and promote the advocacy and the well-being of street lamps and bus stop stations or any other buildings in Philadelphia.
Hey, man, architecture matters too.
Architecture lives matters. ALM, baby, because you know what? All that property damage is going to come out right of your taxpayers' wallets as well for all the damage that you do. So please, reconsider before you actually burn the city of Philadelphia to the ground and destroy mayhem. Do not go around the city of Toronto in about late May or early June and say to the Torontonians over there, the Leafs are going to beat Boston in Game 7 of the first round. We're going to win. Remember, though, there is actually a bit of a silver lining to this. You remember that there is a figure in charge of the NFL called the Ginger Hammer who controls all of these actions and controls everything. I mean, Roger Goodell cares more about his money being at stake than, players actually, being role model citizens off the field with NFL fans and their families alike. He cares more about his money being involved instead of people actually, doing abusive things. That's what he cares about the most. He will suspend Calvin Ridley for a full season for gambling, but he will probably let Alvin Kamara off the hook with a 3-game suspension.
Knowing him, that's most likely what's going to happen.
Most likely what will happen. Personally,
it's the NFL.
Personally, from a Saints fan, from an NFL fan standpoint, I hate that idea because deservedly Alvin Kamara should be, he should be suspended the whole year. But as a Saints fan, the Saints fan within me talking is like, Roger, please. Oh, my God. There's a reason why Mike Tannenbaum is currently on ESPN right now as an general manager.
I'm glad you mentioned that. He's an ex-general manager for a reason, because he was bad at his job. People were like, he went to two AFC championships. Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care.
That was like 10 plus years ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. What has he done after that? He and Rex Ryan single-handedly allowed the butt fumble to regress. Basically was, I mean, again, Hackett, I still remember seeing I think it was during the Broncos-Panthers game it was, when a Broncos defender got in the face of Russell Wilson following a 3-and-out, which is yelling at him, and Nathaniel Hackett was right there next to it, trying to ignore it. And then at the press conference, Hackett has the balls to get up at the press conference and say, no, I didn't see that. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see that. I was like, how do you not see that?
It was in the run sheet. But can we also talk about that tweet I sent you of Wilson Contreras, where he was like, look, I much prefer it with the St. Louis Cardinals. They're a classy organization. They're a classic organization. They just do things better here.
You really just want me to be screaming on the
I do.
show, don't you?
Please just
Well, you know
go
what?
off.
Well, you know what?
Go off.
You know what? You're gonna get it.
Do it.
You're gonna
I
get
want
it.
it. I want it.
You're gonna get Wilson Contreras. What were all those years in the Cubs for you then?
When did you guys draft him? Because again,
I don't know, but he was on our team.
I mean,
in the World Series.
he went through your farm system. He was on the World Series team. He was at least a Chicago Cub for, I want to say, maybe 10 years, maybe even more than 10 years.
Our debut was his debut with us was 2016.
When was he drafted, though?
2000. He signed as an international free agent in 2009. He's been with us since 2009.
That's a long time.
2009.
That's a long time.
He's been in our system. Wilson Contreras, you win a World Series with us. You are a part of one of the best teams in the later half of this decade. You're on TV crying about getting traded away from this team and going somewhere else. And then you not only have the audacity to go to the Cardinals, but you praise them as a better organization.